A message from the management. Eating or drinking while watching these videos is not advised. You do this at your own risk. And please don't come running to me when you snot coke all over your computer screen. Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Comments time. Wanda, she's not afraid of failure, but she is afraid of blush. Hang on, I need to think. Jackie, she's afraid of everything. I can. She's the Wicked Witch of Wilmington. She should be embarrassed and blush, turn red, be ashamed of her own absurdity, where she sounds like a toddler, but no consciousness and part of her silly act. And it's part of her silly act, isn't it? She thinks we don't know that she's putting all this on. Nikki, make it make sense. I'm trying. I don't think it ever will make sense. Moon Fairy's laughing. Jane, she's lost her darn mind. Cookie's laughing. MM, a red lipstick and pink lipstick and a haircut and a flying coach. Doopy-doopy-doo. Claire, she does know that you only have to put on SPF on the bits exposed to the sun. John, can you put my SPF on my ass? I can't reach. Jackie, she doesn't know anything. Bonnie, probably not. Wanda, Lisa is manic. Seriously, she gets manic about everything. She gets in her head that she wants something and she wants it yesterday. She has no patience. People give her everything she wants and let her do anything she wants. During this video, she sounds like a real rich bitch. Like I can just waste money. I can just run the heat and air conditioner at the same time. That's a sin, by the way, to just waste money because you have enough that you don't care. You could just flush it down the toilet. She is a very evil person. I know, and nobody sees it, do they, Wanda? Only us. Cece, I hype this video. Thank you very much. Please, those that have the hype button, hype this also, so more can see the real Melissa, aka Melissa Duncan. Thing is, though, they'll see it and they'll go, I don't know why this is recommended to me, you're just mean, and run away again. So, Bonnie just did. Thank you, Bonnie. Jackie, done. Thank you. Trisha, hyped. Oh, you're all so sweet. Jackie, tick. Christina, done. I can. I always hype her up when I can. Thank you. Penelope, thanks. I forgot about the hype button. I love to hype Jules. She does the Lord's work. Thank you, Penelope. Thanks, ladies. That's really sweet of you. Doopy-doo-doo. Cece, I was only 10 minutes in, commented, and YouTube deleted my comment. Guess it was too brutal. What did you say? It's like, if you're going to do that on the kids thing, yeah, great. Do it on the kids thing. We're fucking adults. We know what we're saying. Leave us alone. Bonnie, I've done that too, lol. Penelope, she can't handle the truth. Bonnie, lol, sounds like a good line for a movie. Carolina, here or in her channel. She didn't block you yet. You're one of the few that isn't if she hasn't. Bonnie, I was being sarcastic in the movie A Few Good Men. Jack Nicholson was yelling at Tom Cruise that he can't handle the truth. I was talking about Lisa. I'm sorry. I know I have a weird sense of humour. I haven't subscribed to her for a long time. I think I quit about the time Estee Lauder would be discontinuing her beloved lipstick, Rose Amethyst. Oh, God, wouldn't she give you earache back then? And then she had everyone and their granny sending her them, and she had about like 50 hoarded in a clear cube that she had to have and then didn't use. No, everyone knows you're joking, Bonnie. Cece, this channel, YouTube has some sort of filter and immediately removed my comment. Here? Oh, fuck that. I thought you meant on hers. You're the second person that said that now. Who was it? Was it Moon Fairy? What the fuck is YouTube playing at? Right, I'm going to talk to help, not that they're much help, after I've done this and see what they say. Midnight Angel, hi Jules and friends, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too. Lisa was expecting overnight results. She's doing everything she can to hold on to her youth, lol. All these procedures are making her look older. Jules, thank you for the laughs, you're very welcome. Sandpiper Lane, she's dying to tan. She's beyond pathetic, isn't she? Christina, oh Jules, can't wait to watch this with you. Hope you enjoyed it. CC, Melissa is absolutely 100% pathetic. She has no idea that many Americans are struggling in this economy. Not just Americans, CC, the whole frigging world is on their knees, and she's totally and utterly fucking clueless. And it's just too sad. Bonnie, she doesn't care. That's very sad. Exactly. Moon Fairy, retirees, disabled people, etc. Bonnie, she definitely needs a wake-up call. Can I do it? Please, can I? Carrie. True, I'm living for the day she hits the wall and it will come. Will it, though? Because I keep saying all these narcs are fucking Teflon coated. Ow. I've got someone sticking a fucking voodoo pin in the back of my knee. They are all Teflon coated and they seem to get away with everything. Anything they want, they get. Anything they want to do, they do it. It just seems that it's all handed to them on a plate. Jackie, what a pathetic waste of life this is. Grow up, Lisa. Constantly trying to fill that hole in yourself by doing everything in the world other than looking at your own behaviour and lying about everything. So true. Bonnie, okay, she sat and ate her lunch in silence. Who does she usually talk to? Did I miss something? Mulva, the voice is in her head. Bonnie's laughing. I can. Good God, she's a mess. I so wanted to find the timestamp in the last two-parter where you said she sold her soul, but I failed. Scarcity mindset. I googled. I could guess what this psychological term meant and it could be discussed, but she's just a fool in so many ways. Got a Reddit thread where people are talking about being so traumatized from being poor they hoard, etc. So she is a hoarder. What the fuck? She's such an offensive see you next Tuesday in so many ways. Sadly. Susan, it appears that Lisa is not pleased with the results of all her procedures and she acts like she's depressed as well. This whole video was a realisation of why she should go back to sun worshipping since nothing can remove the sun damage she's accumulated. We heard a lot of emphasis on her legs and tanning them, so let's go back to hiding that sun damage with more sun. I still haven't figured out why she felt compelled to try and convince us. One more thing, I asked ChatGPT about carnivores and resistance to sunburns. The answer was basically bollocks. I know you said bollocks, but I'm saying bollocks. Jane, I agree. She's realising she fucked up. Karina, I've seen many people in the carnivore community insist on how they're resistant to sun damage and only tan. Stupid. I wonder if that's one of the reasons why they moved to the Costa Rica. They'll soon find out when their arse is on fire, won't they? Me Smith. She was very grouchy in this video. She's on the defensive over sunscreen. I'm sure she knows how much backlash she'll get over her deep thoughts on SPF Factor 50 sunscreen. Oh, and then she'll say everyone was mean and hurt her feelings. Moon Fairy, she has been on the defence mode in the last few Jules has presented. She is, isn't she? Fucking and grouchy and fucking miserable and snarky and fucking shouting at people, and it's like, yeah, that's the real Lisa, people. Can you see? Stacey, boy, we know Lisa more than she knows herself. We saw this coming. Oh yeah, Lisa, we clocked you. She's so dumb. She can't wait to get on that beach and get her tan back. Yep, well, when she burns, it'll be her own fucking fault, won't it? Stacey, I was thinking of the Pink Floyd song Money. Now I've got that in my head. Totally doubt she'd comprehend it. No, She wouldn't, I can. Christina, she sounds brattier than usual. Also, extra mean girl vibes from her in the last few videos. Yep. That's mean mama that the kids don't like. And she reckons she's perfect, her home is perfect, her house is perfect, no one fusses, no one shouts. Whatever. Claire, poor John must be at his wit's end. I bet sunscreen and tanning must be all he's heard about for the past 4 weeks. I know I'm about to scream into a pillow. Penelope, he has made a deal with the devil and helped create the bimbo. Let me have a sexy pretty wife and I'll do and pay for everything. Jane, how the heck could anyone listen to her every day? She's insane, in my opinion. It must be, actually, I'm saying, oh, she's always on her fucking own. It must be a relief for John when she's stuck upstairs in her office doing her work, and when she goes out to lunch and leaves him the fuck alone. Jackie, Jules, your skin is simply beautiful. Thank you. Lisa's can't hold a candle to yours. Can you imagine, even after having all those things done? Shake my head. I know, it's like, I just lost my temper because I'm sick of people telling me I want to be Lisa, and I'm tired of Lisa, and I'm jealous of Lisa, rather. And it's like, I'm not the one running out getting my fucking head lasered. Deborah, hi Jules, no one loves Lisa more than Lisa. So well said. Ain't that the damn truth, ain't it though? Deborah, I thought love was supposed to work both ways. Yeah, me too. Funny that. Cece, what are the negative comments Melissa is getting on her videos? I've only been watching on Jules's channel for the past year. When I did watch Melissa's channel, I rarely saw any negative comments. YouTube deletes. Also, I think she can add certain words that if used in comments, they never post. Yeah, I've got a few words in mind that banned words in my thing. So if anybody... I haven't checked the naughty step in the last couple of videos. Not that anyone ends up on my naughty step. But yeah, she can do that. I wonder what she'd put in hers. Lips, lip liner. But then they wouldn't be able to comment on her new lip line. Mad, isn't it? But yeah, I don't think she gets negative comments as such, CC. She probably just gets someone saying, oh, you know, I think you'd look better if you toned down the lip liner. To her, that's mean. And they're hurting her feelings. Penelope, she might not eat cupcakes, but I'll bet she visited the Gossip Bakery. Panda, she'll delete any comment she feels is negative, call outs on her snobby attitude, makeup application, etc. There's a couple vile videos that she couldn't keep up with the negativity and left the comments up. SM sucks. She doesn't get many negative comments in her channel. She's addressing the comments and observations made on the bakery and the comments we make on Jules's channel, responding to Jules herself too. Yeah, and then people... See, that's the thing. She keeps saying, I get these mean comments. People will go looking for them and think, no, you don't. I can't see any. Moon Fairy, that trip to Austin really set her back big time, trying to compete with the younger crowd. I know, it's sad, isn't it? Jane, something has definitely rattled her cage. Cookie, exactly. Carolina, 4106, wow.
Chick-fil-A, and us, we would find a shady spot, and we would just sit in the car and eat and talk to each other. I didn't really focus on...
So is she saying that the rest of the time they didn't talk to each other? The only time they talked to each other was when they were having Chick-fil-A in a shady spot? Wow, that doesn't sound like fun at all. Mother of the year. Takes the kids to a chain fast food and eat in the car. Exactly. Is that a day out then in the Duncan household? Melissa Bella, Lisa should use her beloved ChatGPT to find out about what UV rays do to the skin barrier. Sunscreen would prevent this damage, of course, but Miss Lisa thinks it's bad for her and doesn't like it. Stamps her whittle footsie. Carolina 4602. No video is a video without throwing John under the bus.
Had more like girls' nights out, but I swear John would call me every time panicking about something. I just
She's so mean to that man. He was probably scared that he'd do something wrong and he wanted to check he was doing it right before you came home and lost your fucking rag. Moon Fairy, the puppy will lick any cream she applies. It's a puppy thing. That's part of getting familiar daily with its surroundings. She's so beyond dumb and careless. Corgi Mum, you knew? Don't know if I've seen that name before. So just in case you are new, don't be upset if you have commented before. I've got a head like a shed and nothing sticks. Right. I think it's going to be 12 now, this one. Is it 06 still? I have no clue what day of the week it is. Nothing. Why is that not posting? See, look at what's happening. I don't know how to reply to a comment. That is ridiculous. This is what happens in my head. It's like that day I said I was in the old shower and I was just stood looking at all the buttons thinking, I don't know how to turn this off. I hate fibro. What a sad existence, chasing happiness when it's right in front of you. Lay by the pool with your husband who has stayed by your side all these years. Sit on the floor and snuggle your puppy. Stop looking for approval from strangers on the internet. Well said, Corgi Mum. Bo says amen. Jackie says beyond. Penelope, and put the mirror down. I wish John would get up really early one day and take them all down, all the ones on the wall. John! Carolina, 5139. I think she meant autophagy, whatever. You're doing this on purpose, you lot. Process of body destroying their own cells to replace with new ones. But she said atto. Right, atto, not auto. What a stupid person with no sense of knowledge would say, wanting to sound smart. Exactly. Why say a word if you don't know what it is?
And that did happen. I will say autophagy and your body just being so amazing.
She's read it somewhere, hasn't she? And that's the word of the week. Hollis, what's up with the eyebrows? Is that a super filter that's blurred her eye? Don't mention her eyebrows, Hollis. You're mean. You're hurting her feelings. She'll be in the corner in the fetal position crying. Linda, 1955 to 23. She's showing her totally nuts side. We keep our house at 72, 73 and never thought of it as a luxury.
On one of my little airy dresses.
Why are we cutting to what you're wearing? I don't care what you're wearing.
That I love. And I remembered this blazer that I bought last year that's really cool and linen, but it's really nice. What brand is it? Totem. I bought it at like the Outnet. Right,
I know the bit you're referring to, but that wasn't that. Yeah. But then she said, when I go up, I up it to 74 or down it to 74, whatever the fuck. I don't understand air conditioning. Does a degree really make that much difference? Panda, yeah, you're living a luxe life just like the rest of society. She's just saying because she can leave it running all day long and in the garage and not worry about the electricity that she's whatever. I can. Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. 6 verses. Bam. That's my mindset. It's not hers though, is it? I can. Penelope. Lisa proves this Bible verse. Her wants are a vicious cycle. Valerie. That's what I said. She's indulging in selfishness. A big sin. Jane, nobody cares. Someone is in deep debt. Nothing she does make her happy because she's an empty vessel. She should be suitably ashamed. But that's the thing, even a little thing wouldn't make her smile now. Do you know what I mean? If Will was out somewhere and picked a flower out of a bush and brought it back, that wouldn't make her smile anymore. Oh, why didn't I get a whole bouquet with a tie on it and hand delivered to the door, and he just got me some shitty little flea-infested thing. Do you know what I mean? Highly caffeinated. She needs to shut up and get off the internet. Just a joke and not a good one. Exactly. Jane, spend her money on therapy. Piggy loves Ollie. She does, but she won't because of the dollars, and she's too greedy. Exactly. While she's making money, she's going nowhere. Money runs her life. She said it. Oh, ever since I was tiny, I used to make things and sell them. I used to help my teacher, and she'd pay me. I'd pretend to be a waitress for my granddad, and he'd leave me a tip. It's all about money. Moon Fairy. Due to her immense sun damage, she could never regain the skin she was born with. I cannot imagine parents leaving kids inside a pen at the beach. Growing up, my family spent a great deal of time in the tropics. We were always told to put a linen shirt on or be covered up as kids. I was hoping, Moon Fairy, when she said she was in a playpen, that she was in a playpen with something over the top of it. Do you know what I mean? Like a towel over it or something to keep the sun off her, but she was in a pen so that she didn't run off anywhere. But who knows with that family? Only construction staff or outside workers had that leather skin. We're Europeans, so have pale light skin. She goes from place to place until she gets the answer she wants to hear. It is exhausting listening to this woman. That is so true. Didn't she say she went to 7 hairdressers to find out was her hair really growing back? Penelope. Lisa should ask her best friend ChatGPT about the truth of carnivores don't need sunscreen. She's spewing utter bullshit, but she's happy and tan. She won't ask ChatGPT the hard fucking questions, will she? I'm sorry. It's really muggy in here, but my arms were cold, so I had to put my thing on. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've got a blanket in the way, so I have to do the remote gymnastics to try and get it to land on the thing on the fan. Jen, dear Jules, some of us have been telling you for years she watches your channel. You mention something and bang, there is Melissa mentioning it too. What's the word? I'm not that vain that I think she'd bother to watch me. That's the thing, Jen. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the time I think she might have got it from the Gossip Bakery, but if she does watch me, would she listen? Please, Lisa, fucking listen and go and get help. She doesn't want to get help though, does she? Because today she's fine. And then if she isn't fine, she'll go and buy something or do something to make herself. I don't know. Thank you, Jen. Jane, doesn't she know the people who pay her bills are watching this? She's insulting every person who ever gave her a view. These people know the price of fuel, I'm quite sure. I would wish they'd just get up and walk away. But when that Frumpy video didn't fucking close her down, nothing will. I can. Proves they have been duped by her cult overconsumption leader. Jane, hope this video has opened some of their eyes. We keep saying that when she loses her shit, but the nose rant didn't do it. The Frumpy video didn't do it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it's going to take for people to wake up and see the truth. Carolina, she is bragging so much.
Money with his company if we'd have moved, but that wasn't important to me. Being close.
Yeah, he could have made more money with his company if we'd moved, but that wasn't important to me. If he would make so much more money, he wouldn't retire at the age of 60. He would work and send his kids off to college. He would make sure they're for furniture, I was going to say. That's what it says. I'm thinking, why am I turning it into furniture? It's because fucking YouTube turned it into furniture. He would make sure their future is secured. You both have no ambitions. Isn't that true? And they made sure not to give their kids any either. I'm hoping Will's a bit different, but we'll see. Moon Fairy, it's all about money. How about health? She never mentions being grateful for health, just for the moment. Just for the moment, Lisa, think about living with an autoimmune illness as an example. She's so superficial. There's no depth in this woman. None. Exactly. I've seen puddles deeper. Moon Fairy, we don't compare ourselves to other women. Only you do, because you are so insecure. Exactly. Sassy Banjo. That's a great name. Wow, I actually came across a channel creator who feels the same way I do. I stopped watching Lisa as soon as I realised what a narcissist she is. I wanted to leave her constructive criticism, but it wouldn't have made a difference to her. I love putting on makeup, but this woman is obsessed with material things and herself. Welcome aboard, Sassy Banjo. I love that name. Did I copy it? No, I didn't. Duh. Just in case you haven't watched a few videos and you don't know that I answer all the comments in a comment video. So, I hope you make some friends here. Panda, self-tanner and SPF, how hard is it? That sun damage is irreversible. It's under the dermis and will always reappear. She's extremely angry that these procedures haven't produced the skin of a 25-year-old. She would benefit from therapy or get the hell off. She would benefit from therapy or get the hell off YouTube. She's batshit crazy. Yep. Mystical Fairies. I wonder if she's seen the movie Death Becomes Her with Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn. This is reminding me of that movie. I keep meaning to watch that one and I haven't yet. Isn't it when one loses their head or something? SM sucks. Yes, yes. Moon Fairy. She comes to your channel constantly, Jules. She reads every comment. Sad existence, really. But then, that being said, I've said it myself, haven't I? If I knew someone had a channel on me, damn sure I'd go over there and see what they were saying. I'm too nosy. But the thing is, I can take it. She can't. Valerie. Lol. Lisa shouldn't brag so much. Life has a way of humbling us. Oh, doesn't it, though? Melissa Bella, this is what I think about with Lisa. Someday life is going to kick her so hard she won't know what hit her, and she'll find out how dependent and weak she really is. Yeah, but she's Teflon fucking coated. Jane, pride before a fall. Will it happen though? Will we live to see it? I doubt it. Valerie, wow, gas prices don't matter to her. By the way, California is $6 a gallon. I love it when you say a gallon. We have to buy it by the litre. It's probably that price a litre. Our petrol prices are through the fucking roof, always have been. I remember at one point, fucking Lardy was moaning that it was $1.98 for a gallon, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mystical Fairies. We were up to $4 here in New Zealand. It's come down a little now, though. Shall I look? Just out of fucking curiosity. Here we go. 158p a litre. 182 because we get diesel. So 182p a litre. How many litres are there in a gallon? $1.82. 3.78. Is that right? So if I do 182 times 3.78 equals, there we go, £6.87 for a gallon here. It sounds so much more, doesn't it, a gallon? Sounds like you're lumping home a big barrel of petrol. Right, did it? Oh, I did that, right. But see, the thing is, you use your cars much more as well, don't you? Because you drive everywhere. UK, we tend to use public transport unless we have to drive somewhere. Or if we're going out for a night out or something. Do you know what I mean? Oops, sorry. Or we're going to the hospital or whatever. 2306. Wow. So it's a family problem. How John got himself married into this.
Watch, and he would buy us things sometimes, and so it's in my blood. Okay, how
What is?
and my granddad eat at the cafeteria to eat lunch, and then we'd go to the mall and go shopping. And my granddaddy would basically sit outside of the stores, and he liked
to people watch. No, he just didn't like to shop. She definitely fucking idiot. Poor granddad. Valerie, by the way, Jules, your skin is stunning. Aside from good genes, what do you use? Past couple of weeks I've used nothing, Valerie. It's very hit and miss with me. I've got that snail snot stuff at the moment. I bought a bottle because I had a little example. Deluxe sample. So I went and bought this. I hope that's the right way round. Is that Cos RX Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. I wash my face with my cellar water and I put some of that on, and then if I think, I'll put some cream on. I won't put it on before I do a video because I look like a sweaty greasy mess, but later on today, if I think, I might put some face cream on. I try to think to put something on my neck because I'm sick of this. Look at it, it's horrible. See, that's the one thing. If I could get something done, that'd be it. I wouldn't bother with anything else. Just that stupid turkey neck thing. But yeah, no, I'm not good with skincare, Valerie. It's whatever I happen to have at hand, and if I can be bothered to use it, which isn't great. Do you know what I mean? So I've just been lucky, I think. Wendigo, approximately a whopping 80% of skin aging is due to sun exposure. Jules' secret is not baking in the sun, and I've noticed she religiously moisturises. It's pretty simple. I do, not religiously, but yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? I've been stuck in here for over 15 years now. And so I don't see the sun. And even when I was out and about, I used to stay out of the sun as much as I could because I didn't like it. I don't like the sun. I get hot and bothered. I go red and I peel and I don't like it. So I used to never bother. When I was a kid, my mum used to plonk me in the sun. So my back probably has got sun damage because I used to turn my back to the sun while she was fucking lying there in baby oil and fuck knows what, cooking herself in Cleethorpes. But yeah, I have avoided the sun. And like, I don't buy expensive creams. I bought whatever the TSV on QVC was, so I've got like a backlog of Judith Williams stuff, and I'm sure her cream is the same as anybody else's cream. It looks like Astral cream or Pond's cream or the old cold cream. It's just a moisturising cream. And then I've got SPF gels, SBC gels, not got SPF on the brain. And so I put some of them on. Fuck's sake, frightened the life out of me, sorry for those in headphones. I did have a torch hanging up on my mic stand, but I've just knocked it off. See, I've got this and I've used a good bit of it. It's a hyaluronic concentrate thing, so I'd put like a tiny bit of this on and then maybe a bit of cream over the top. But like I said, I'm really not that good about doing it all the time. I go through spurts, do you know what I mean, where I do it twice a day every day for about a month, and then I don't touch my face for 6 months, and it's like, but I do think a hell of a lot, like you said, is keeping out of the sun and jeans. I was lucky enough to be given good skin. Shit hair, but good skin. Carolina, 2630, says the person who never left the USA or has a passport.
And my parents,
You're scared of fucking blush!
And I
yawn every night.
To be honest with you, I am not a scaredy cat. I love a challenge. And my parents,
You're scared of fucking blush! I'm not a scaredy cat. Fuck off, Lisa.
I hate to say they pushed us, but we had to do a lot of uncomfortable things.
I remember her saying this before. I had to go across the road and talk to the neighbour that I didn't know. That's not uncomfortable. She's no clue what hard things are. And it's true, she's never been out of the USA and she thinks she knows everything about everything. She had to go across the road and ask the neighbour a question. She'd grown up in the same place. Everybody knew everybody. She knew the neighbour. Fuck's sake. I was walking myself to school at 5. Fuck's sake. Stupid. I don't get her. I really don't. Christina. Oh, I've had it with her. I am happy. When someone repeatedly insists they're happy, it often masks underlying feelings of sadness, insecurity, or pressure to appear perfect. Just saying. Very true. Joyce, I've always said that. If you have to tell someone how happy you are, chances are high that you're not. Exactly. Mulva. Same with people who always say their marriage is great. Like clockwork, you hear they're getting a divorce. I know. It's like her, we never fuss at each other and we never shout. There's going to come a day when John is going to fucking explode and she won't know what hit her. Because he's been bottling it up for fucking 30 years or however long they've been married. Cynthia, this is the best proof that Lisa does her channel to mentally justify her compulsions. Exactly. All of her actions are manic and delusional. Her skin cancer days are coming. Just because a person was plopped out in the sun from babyhood does not mean they're immune to sun damage. In fact, young skin is the most susceptible. I believe the filters are on overdrive, Jules. Yep, me too. Who puts a baby in the sun, though? Really? Cynthia, at 17:30, what the fuck, Lisa? I thought you said you have a frickin' perfect life, honey. Why are you depressed now? A shrink might help.
Never think something's too small. SPF all over my body all day makes me feel yucky. I don't like it. I don't want to feel...
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you loved it the other day. You can't keep up with the lies, can you? If that doesn't show her minions what she's truly like, then it's pointless me having this channel because they're never going to get it, are they, really? Cynthia, propane is a gas, exactly. That's what my mum used to have, a little propane thing in her, tongs. It's not an electric fire pit. If it runs on propane. Can our viewers just take a second and realise how terribly stupid and uneducated she is? If they haven't figured out how fucking stupid she is by now, they're never going to, are they? Linda, wow. I get dressed and go out and about and never wonder what everyone else will be wearing. And I see many young mums on Instagram that do not have the Chanel bags and whatever else she's talking about. Lisa finds what she wants to be, at least in that very moment. Did she not know to wait until fall to start this crazy skin treatment adventure versus do it at the start of her happy sun season? Nuts. She's nuts. And she values being kind to her kids. What about the threat of being mean mummy? Exactly. We don't like mean mama. Jane, that would involve a functioning brain cell. Carolina, she wants everything yesterday. Of course she does. Little Miss Veruca. Carrie May, sorry. There's a song that reminds me of Lisa. Power of Gold by Dan Fogelberg. Balance, the cost of the soul you lost. That part reminds me of Lisa. Oh, I've got to look this up now. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Sometimes people say, oh, have you heard? And I'm like, no. And then I hear it and it's like, oh yeah, I know that. So it'll be interesting to see if I do know this. It's a long song. Today, YouTube. A flute. That's an interesting instrument in like a, would they call themselves a rock band? I don't know, probably not. What would they call themselves. But you rarely see a flute, don't you? It sounds very good. But no, I've never heard it before. His voice sounds familiar though. Has he had other hits maybe that have hit the UK? SM Sucks, that's an excellent song. Donna, she cannot wait to lay in the sun again. I know, it's sad, isn't it? I can't think of anything more fucking tedious and boring than lying in the sun and doing nothing. Pointless. Cynthia, okay Lisa, we all know that you watch Jules. You are all over the place with your thoughts. You're so dangerous to the few who actually follow your advice. Stop with the deep thoughts. And can someone tell me what unhuman is? Laughing my fucking ass off. I don't know, what did she say? Is Lisa saying that God wants her to buy more stuff than she can wear or use in a lifetime, and then tell two tales once she buys one, she buys what she likes and does not give a flip what people think, and two, she buys all the stuff for us. Which is it, Lisa? Joyce, seems like Lisa isn't scared of anything except blush. Only pigmented blush scares her, and maybe dark lipstick. Those paralyse her with fear. Linda, and then at 1:08 she's mocking her little boy. My oh my, enough said.
About running all of these thoughts. This is probably about 3 days worth of thoughts that I wrote down. And a lot of times what I'll do to kind of clean it up and make it a better video, as far as not as long, I will run it through like ChatGPT or Gemini or somebody to kind of clean up my...
When did she say something about Will? What did she say, Linda? But she's always throwing shade at Will and John, always. And Brooke. Brooke's a golden child, but she still throws her under the bus often enough. Donna, what was the purpose of her rambling on in this video? Who really cares? She brought all this crap on herself. Exactly. Mystical Fairy says exactly do. She thinks everybody thinks like her, and she can't understand that we don't. Joyce, in one video she tells us that she has lots of sunscreen, bottles and bottles of it, and she's going to slather it on and go sit under an umbrella on the beach. In this video she tells us that sunscreen is bad for our skin. Which is it, Lisa? Yep, she's got everyone to click on those links and buy it. Now it's yucky. She's so fucking childish. Like when she said, oh, I had to go to the yuck doctor. Really? Fuck's sake. See, she thinks... I'm trying to think of a word. She thinks I'm crass and crude and all the other types of word because I swear. But she doesn't know that I know exactly how to hold my swearing in when I meet certain people. I'm amongst friends and I'm talking, and this is how I express myself. Did I swear in front of my grandmother? No. Did I swear in front of Tom Jones? No. Did I swear when I worked in the Waldorf Hotel? No. But the thing is, Lisa, you're dumb. You speak dumb, and you will always speak dumb. You're never going to sound intelligent when you meet people. So before you go around looking down your very long nose at me, think about yourself. Joyce, Lisa 100% watches your videos. She also reads the Gossip Bakery. The Gossip Bakery. We can say something and magically she addresses that particular topic in her next video. Oh, but she doesn't watch or read what people say about her. She really thinks we're stupid and we won't realise what she's doing. She thinks as well that nobody will say she's lying because nobody wants to admit that they're at the Gossip Bakery. It's like Lardy says, tell your husband, tell your friends that you go on a site and blah blah blah. My husband and kids know. I dare say Joyce's husband and children know. I'm not embarrassed or ashamed of having read the Gossip Bakery and being part of it back in the day. Everybody knows. I don't care. I will stand by anything I say. But that's their thing. They think we're scared to say, oh yeah, I read there or I comment there. So, she's the one that's looking people up and down every day and criticising them for having grown out fucking toenail polish. We're not doing that. Jackie, what a Looney Tuned hamster wheel she's on, lol. And she says it's all our fault for being mean. Oh, she forgot. She just said she doesn't care. What a lost fool. Yeah, either you care or you don't care. Grow up. Carrie May. Boy, that trip to Texas really did a number in her head. And the skincare journey, as she calls it, would last as long as it did. She wants to lay out in the sun, and it's as simple as that. I'd love to visit Texas. Donna, exactly. She cannot wait to lay in the sun with no icky sunscreen on, as she calls it. I want to be tan again. Linda. Meanwhile, layers of foundations and powders on her face. If you were around years ago, you were witness to her actually putting 7 layers of foundation on, then 2 layers of blush, a bronzer powder and more blush on top of that. And the best part was it was in the heat of summer. Yeah, people don't believe me when I said that. She'd put a liquid foundation and set it with a powder foundation, and then she'd have a setting powder, and then she'd have something else, and yeah, utter madness. Tracy, love it. I never watched her for the makeup. I used to skip those parts. Good for you. Joyce, to Lisa, being skinny enough and rich enough is the key to happiness in life. She doesn't know the price of gas, and this bimbo is proud of that fact. Even if you could afford to fill up your tank and not care how much it will cost, knowing the price is just common sense. Yeah, she doesn't know what common sense is. Never mind, have any, Joyce. Lisa thinks she's intelligent, but in this video she proves just how stupid and clueless she really is. Jess in black and white. I feel like she has no perspective about what's really important in life. I used to watch her in the early days when she was a little more relatable. Yeah, and then she just went off the rails totally, didn't she? I'm not sure if you've commented before, Jess. The name... Oh, for fuck's sake. And just in case you haven't and you don't know, I'm putting that message up there for you. Piggy loves Ollie. I would not be able to stand being around a person this shallow and fixated on their appearance. To say she's anything more than she is lying to herself and everyone else. Oh, but she's a life coach, Piggy. Joe, lol, I educated her on the New Zealand sun in her comments. Her skin being compromised is self-inflicted. She's an idiot. Did she leave it up, Joe? Sandy, what the fuck is wrong with her? Nobody cares. We also don't want to see your boobs. I know, I'm sick of looking at her tits. Mystical fairies, I'm starting to feel sorry for ChatGPT. We all are. Amanda's laughing. What was it? We were saying he'll be off with sick pay soon. Christina, wait a minute. I thought she said she's happier now and wasn't happier before. Now she's longing to be 51 and tan again. Colour me confused, lol. Also, she did all these procedures right before the summer, and now she's got 0 patience for the process. She does no research on anything she does. Exactly. Mystical fairies, agree 100%, a walking contradiction, lol. Christina, it's an insanity loop, isn't it though? I'm calling you Chanel, aren't I, Chanel? Poor Lisa, she went on a trip. Now she spent 6 months thinking about how all her friends are prettier, richer, and have better skin than her. We used to say that was trying to keep up with the Joneses. Sad as an adult, she just now realised that it's not a good thing. So insecure, she surely is. Carolina, and she didn't have a trip since then. Really, that shook her. Do you think she what? Well, she obviously she does. We know she does. Watches the people in New York and picks them apart as well. And disguises it as people watching. MJ 3304. Oh yes, when the sun rays are at the highest. Smart girl. Not.
And we go about 2:30 or 3 because I love kids, but all the kids are gone. We can talk.
You know I love kids. No, you don't. Also, Jules, I paused right at a good thumbnail. 34:41.
And there's this glorious, right before golden hour, sun that hits my front porch. And
that would have been cool. Right, let me get rid of some of these. Ah! Bum. Oh, it'll be in my history, won't it? Go back and see that man. Mystical Fairies is laughing. Mystical Fairies, 407 to 29. She has no clue, does she?
And I think day before yesterday, I had one of those meltdown days where I felt like I was so sad. And this is why. I am so tired of getting all of this skin stuff done. I am so tired of healing. I am so tired. I've got appointments coming up.
When I was going through cancer treatment, I got so tired of all the hospital appointments, all the chemo treatment days, going every single day to radiation therapy for a month, surgery, dealing with the infection I got after surgery, the infection I got in my PICC line, tired of being sick, the constant blood tests, but I showed up because I was saving my fucking life. I just can't with her today, and I'm only 5 minutes in and she's pissed me off already. Don't watch it, Mystical Fairies, really don't. She's no good for your fucking mental health, and we're all glad here that you got through all of that and that you're healthy again. She wouldn't understand. She's fucking... like I keep saying, there's no empathy in an arc. They don't care. They can pretend that they care about you, but they really don't. The only person Lisa cares about is herself. Melissa Bella, Mystical Fairies, I was thinking about cancer treatments when she was talking about her beauty treatments. She doesn't even know how fortunate she is for thinking of chemical peels instead of chemo. I hope you're doing well and all of your treatments are behind you. Mystical Fairies, thank you. 6 years in remission. Mauritian. Where's Mauritian? Should we go on holiday to Mauritian? 6 years in remission. Whoop whoop. This month, and I'm so grateful. Still have yearly scans though. They're scary, aren't they? I watch a young girl that's gone through chemo and gone through cancer, and every time she goes for her checkup, I'm like, please come out and say you're clear again. It's horrible. We all wish you the absolute best. All of you here. I know a lot of you have dealt with cancer. A lot of you have dealt with loss, and we're all here to hug each other and keep each other sane. SM sucks. We're also sorry you went through that. Sincerely hope you're cancer free at this point. Mystical Fairy, 6 years in remission this month. Whoop whoop. What month are we in? June. I'll remember that because it's my wedding anniversary. Rebecca Williams. She likes to impress people by asking for the most expensive item when shopping. I know, it's sad, isn't it? She thinks flying first class is impressive. She had to fly with the poor people once. She didn't like it. MJ, 3318. Lisa and John's deep thoughts are as deep as the kiddie pool in her community pool. Oh, I wonder what a John and Lisa deep thought conversation is.
It's relaxed.
Anybody guess what they actually talk about? Also, if they're so rich, why don't they have a pool built in their backyard? They haven't got the room. They haven't even got room for a fucking paddling pool in that backyard, never mind a proper one. Oh, we know you like kids, Lisa. Wink. I'm sure they like you too. You're up with your uptight self. Enjoy that community pool this summer. Maybe you can steal young mum's styles like when she first moved in and she saw a young mum with Tory Burch sandals and she ran out and got several pairs and then they were never to be seen again. Remember her neighbours all had famous names similar to Hollywood stars. She's so dumb. Yeah, that's the thing. I have to have it and then she doesn't use it or doesn't wear it. LPH, if you want to get back to sun tanning, then do it, especially when you're not looking for an approval. What is the point of this video? Exactly. Karina, her saying the sunscreen is bad for us is one of the more insane things I've heard her say, knowing all the other things she slathers and injects herself with every 2 seconds are probably way worse. She should bake in the sun for as long as she wants and shut the fuck up. You didn't say that, I did. Stop it with the lasers and procedures and embrace the leather skin at this point. Carolina, the Botox she's injecting in her glabella is a pure toxin to her body, plus all the fillers in her face. Yet sunscreen is killing you. Of course, Lisa. Have you ever heard about mineral sunscreen? Is that the zinky one? She likes the zinky one. Mystical fairies. I would have thought being rich, she puts it, would be being able to pay your bills and buy groceries each week. Sandy, I've been waiting for this one. You didn't disappoint. Thank you. I was howling with laughter at your commentary. She's truly off the deep end. She made that video specifically because she was pissed off. I think she was more pissed off at herself for going through all of those treatments for no real gain. That trip to Austin with those younger women threw her into a tailspin, and she was looking for the fountain of youth to erase all of that skin damage she's accumulated. She was in for a rude awakening and thinks she's full of wisdom now, telling people it wasn't worth it, and she was suffering in pain and came to the realisation she wasn't turning back the hands of time. Her 2 days of eating McDonald's in silence, doing her deep thinking, she's come to the conclusion she already has it all, money and being thin. Bully for her. Bragging she doesn't care about how much gas costs, buying snacks at the theatre, keeping her thermostat up, and eating ribeyes from Costco is luxury. I really got a hoot out of the Costco steak comment. I too would love to hear the deep conversations between John and Lisa at the pool. I would love for her to record one of them for us. Yeah, you and me both. Mystical fairies. 1519. That's like 2 years for Lisa, lol. That's a long time.
Stuff.
It can't be fixed over fucking night, Lisa. It's been a fortnight. She just doesn't get it though, does she? Mystical fairies, 1540 to 54. She's just giving out dangerous and reckless advice at this point.
Just don't think it's good for us to slather SPF all over our bodies, legs, arms, hands, face, neck, chest, every day, all day.
She's so pissed. I wear sunscreen on my face 365 days a year, and during the late spring and throughout the summer, you can bet I'm slathering sunscreen all over my body. Fuck's sake. You have to over there, though. But then, saying that, she's in America by the fucking sea. She should be doing exactly the same thing. MJ, 1110, yeah. Oh, yes, Jules, I made it to the end, and I was wanting to ask you a question for a while now, but you had been on a break. Right, let's see. Do you like it? I found it the other day and I thought it was cute. Right, Did you hear about Tyson Fury's daughter getting married at 16? I was watching their reality show and then later saw a couple of videos of the wedding. I would like to know what your thoughts about that are, if any. Is Tyson Fury a traveller? Because travellers do that. They marry very young. Because they're virgins until they marry. And it's in their culture to get married very young, and then they stay together forever. It's just the done thing. Would I like to see my daughter married at 16? No, I'd like to see her have a bit of a life first. But I think it's traditional for travellers to marry that young. But I don't. Is Tyson Fury a traveller? Let me see. Yes. Tyson Fury is an Irish traveller, born in Manchester to parents of Irish traveller descent. He's widely known by his nickname, the Gypsy King. His heritage deeply influences his personal identity and his public persona within the boxing world. But yeah, it's a thing in the traveller community that you get married young. I think, mainly. But, well, no, because... See, if you don't get married at 16, you stay in your parents' caravan and you do all the work. So the way they see it, they may as well have their own and be looking after it for themselves than doing it for their parents. And it's just the way they are, do you know what I mean? It's what they do. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Kids getting married so early. I understand that's the... Oh, should have read on, shouldn't I? I understand that's the gypsy way of life, but a lot of people here in the States were freaking out on how young the daughter is. Ah, yeah, see, the age of consent in the UK is 16 as well. It's 18 in America, isn't it? And you're not considered an adult till you hit 21, so I can really understand why people are thinking, what the fuck, she's a baby. But it's different here. As I was pregnant when I was 16, and I'm not judging the couple for getting married. Also, my feed started to feed me a lot of gypsy lifestyle in the UK. I didn't know they so controversial and unwanted in the UK. If you have anything to add to help me understand a bit, I would love to hear your take on the young marriage and the living situation the gypsies have on the community in the UK. Sorry this is so long, but I'm just a nosy girl in South Texas. You can ask anything anytime, I've told you all that. It used to be, back in the days, well, like I said in another video, back in the day, if you were looking for somewhere to rent to live, it used to say, no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. Irish were the lowest of the low and nobody wanted anything to do with them. And that was the normal Irish people. Then you had the gypsies, the tinkers as they called them. And the thing with them is, how do I put this without being... They have their own rules. And they grow up very quickly in their community. I remember going over to Ireland on holiday with my mum to stay with a friend. And my mum and her went off to Kerry and left me to look after her two kids. And the neighbour was out baling hay, so we went out and helped. And I was sat on the back of a tractor going home. And this bloke just kissed me out of nowhere, and it was like, hey, whoa, what the fuck? And I was, 13 at the time, maybe. And it's like, what the hell? What do you think you're doing? And they think that's normal. And they've, picked their wife at that age, and they're looking forward to getting married. But those that don't care will just pull into anywhere, live there for a while, disrupt the place, and then fuck off and leave a load of rubbish behind. And that's what people don't like. And they don't, if they have horses and they're riding them around in the street, people don't like that. See, I don't see any of that up here. In London, I used to see a lot more travellers than I did. I haven't seen a traveller up here, although there are some apparently, but I'm not sure where. But yeah, when they come and they just park up and they're nice and they do what they're doing and they clean up after themselves and off they go, that's fine. But you always get, there's bad in every fucking religion and race and whatever, isn't there? And there's always someone that's going to let the team down. So that's the problem. And then that grabbing thing that they do when they decide they've seen a girl they like, and that's a traditional thing too as well, where they go and grab a girl. If they do that with an English girl, do you know what I mean? It's like, nope. But yeah, it's like anything in life, isn't it? Some people are good and some people are bad. And Tyson has made a huge name for himself and a really good life for himself with the boxing. But obviously, he still follows the traveller traditions, and to him his daughter getting married at 16 was something he probably knew was always going to happen, so it's normal to him, whereas it wouldn't be to others, and especially in America where your age of consent is a lot higher. I hope that helped. I feel like I just rambled off a load of nonsense. Piggy, she's disgusting in this video. She has zero self-awareness. I know, and she thinks she's who we should look up to. Joyce, Lisa thinks she can fix decades worth of damage overnight with one procedure. My granddaughter, who is 13, has more brains and patience than Lisa has. Exactly. Joyce, Lisa doesn't think that slathering sunscreen is good for her, yet she doesn't mind using her face as a dumping ground for Botox and fillers, and she doesn't mind injecting herself with God knows what if she thinks it will help her look younger. Exactly, what is that stuff she was injecting into her ass, and is she still doing it? Lourdes, never have I compared myself to anyone. Yes, she is a wannabe and will never be happy. She appears upset. Something is definitely up. That's the thing. She assumes everyone's like her and we're not. Vegan Calabash. She's disturbed and has lost the meaning of life. This could have been 1 minute. She wants to validate going back to her old routine because how could she possibly be wrong? Shut the fuck up. It's like they say now, isn't it? That could have been an email. We didn't need that. This liar. She was so annoyed when he retired. She went on and on about the adjustment and how hard it was. Now it's like it's just been perfect. She bought that big ass house to be away from him and Will, and she won't convince me otherwise. Oh my God, she makes me sick the way she paints her perfect life, but then tells us later how miserable she's been and had to run to New York. Was burned out, etc. Ugh. I know, it's like, we never fuss at each other. Fuck off. Karen, I agree. Lisa is unhinged. Instead of spending all this money on procedures, makeup, clothes, she needs to take her money and get some professional help with her mental health. Yep, we've said it to her blue in the face and she ain't listening. Carolina, I think there's no help for her. Her surroundings need to see the problem first. Do you think they do and they're just too scared to say anything, or they really don't see it? LPH, wasting money is her biggest accomplishment in life. Mystical fairies, totally. Susan says on target. Suzanne Ann, sorry. Mystical fairies, 50-59. So getting sunburned is nostalgic. What the fuck is wrong with this woman?
I actually like getting that little bit of dark red. It's nostalgic to me. It feels good. It feels like you've been at the beach.
Weirdo. Mystical fairies. Wine, wine, wine. This video was infuriating. I'm so glad that I don't have the hang up she has about her body and face. It must be so exhausting being Lisa. Thanks for the video and the laughs. Much appreciated. Thank you, honey, and I'm glad you stuck it out till the end. And like I say to all of you, if she or Lardy or anything I'm doing is affecting your mental health, click out. You don't have to watch. Because I'd rather you were happy and healthy than screaming at the screen like I do. Midnight Angel. Love those family photos, Jules. Thank you for sharing those. Thank you. It's because I was mooching about looking for things and I found them and it was like, oh, look. Terry, are you kidding me? She gets to be more and more of an arse. The things she says are ludicrous. What a jerk. If she needs to see everyone's everything in order to take their advice, then she needs to quit asking people what they think. Exactly. What is Will being tutored on if he's not in school? Weird. He's doing a college course from home, and I think he has a tutor once a week to go over things with him, because he doesn't really need the help because he's a clever clogs of a lad and he can get on with it himself. I'm hoping that he'll finish these courses and then go off to uni and never come home. Tracy, I'm so glad I did not watch this video on her channel, because without you, Jules, and everyone here in the comments, I could not stand it. She's delusional. I watched a video from 3 years ago and she was worse. I really can't believe her channel has lasted so long. She's horrible. But I guess she's horrible all the way to the bank, as the phrase goes. Exactly. She is laughing at us all. She can do whatever the fuck she wants and just ka-ching. God damn, she really thinks the world of herself. I wish someone would ask her to list 3 faults she has. Come on, Lisa. No one is this damn happy. Shops like you and is in constant search for a new obsession. Exactly. Oh, I have no faults. I'll never leave this house. Heard that before. She's probably already looking for a new house. Exactly. That's what I was thinking when she said it. Believe me, when you looked at him, you knew it. She just undid everything positive she said about herself, but her dumb ass fans will miss it. I mean, it's like, how can you look at a man on a bike and instantly assume his life? You don't. What young man would you want a lip liner named after? What young man would you want a lip liner named after them? Lol. Why would you name a lip liner William? That makes no sense. Wendy, I didn't think I could dislike Melissa more. Then came this video. She's delusional. Anyone can get to 112 pounds if they stop eating. She hasn't a clue what a diagram sentence is. Do you know what? I went off and watched a video because I'm like, what is a diagram sentence? And after, I always say to everyone, you only know what you know. Nobody's stupid, and you can learn things as you go along, and if you don't know it, you don't know it. There's no fucking harm in not knowing stuff. So I thought, what the fuck's a diagram sentence? I went off. She got to the third sentence and I'm like, what? Why? What is the point of this? So then I googled, what is the point of a diagram sentence? And it said to help you with sentence structure and vocabulary. And it's like, that didn't help me at all. And it's like, did we get taught that? And I've just zoned it out. So I put, are diagram sentences taught in the UK? And it just came back, no. It's like, right. I couldn't make head and a tail. Right, she's doing a straight line and a vertical line. And then she's putting one word there and one word there. Right, fine. Then the next one, she's done the same, but then she's done a line off the bottom with another thing. Then she does another line and an upside down Y, and then this curvy thing with, and it's like, how is that supposed to fucking help? Nope. She taught Brooke how to steam her clothes. Such a meaningful life lesson. But I'm sure Brooke buys M&Ms at the theatre versus bringing sacks in her purse. Ha! Melissa is such a fraud. Why would anyone care about her hair, skin, SPF, weight journeys and all the other nonsense? Oh, but we're supposed to, aren't we? We're supposed to be glued to it. Carrie May, I agree. I did not think it possible to dislike her any more than I do, but I do. That just reminded me of Joe Dolan. Jane, there are plenty of thin people in the graveyard. Exactly. Lola ingesting SPF is not the same as us wearing it. You wouldn't let Lola drink your Diet Coke or lick your Retin-A either. She's acting mad at the viewers for all the shit she did. You can take vitamin D. She's been sick more than me and I wear SPF. So you still produce vitamin D if you wear sunscreen. She's so dumb. Laugh my ass off. Luxury is 73 AC. Mine is 66. I must be big rich. SM sucks. Keep ours at 72. Yeah, she's so in her own head and world. Bethany, yep. Must be time to buy an airplane. That was the best bit. I don't want an airplane or a boat. John wants a boat. MM's laughing. Wasn't that the trade-off? She got the house and he got the boat. Yeah, he just never got his side of the deal, ever. She's the damn one that stopped Retin-A to heal her skin barrier, then went and burned her skin off. Oh my God, please. Lisa, add acids and all the Retin-A you can, you impatient twit. Bethany, Lisa's true colours are really showing in this video. Arrogant and ignorant. And why is she so heated about wearing SPF? What a miserable airhead. Yep. Joe, everyone has textured skin, for fuck's sake. Yeah, but hers wasn't as bad before. Whatever. First world problems. Sorry for all the comments. She's so infuriating. If you don't already know, Joe, you can comment as much as you like. I don't limit anyone's comments or ignore anyone's comments, and it's like you comment as things come to mind. That's what I do, so I don't expect any different with any of you. SM sucks. So obvious she reads the Gossip Bakery and watches your videos. She addresses points made and the proclamations over and over that she doesn't want to make women who watch her feel pressured into doing things that she does. Wow, that takes a high opinion of oneself. Melissa, you're a dipshit. Don't worry, we won't follow in your path. Bethany, everyone here predicted she would be soaking in the sun all summer and regretting those skin procedures. We must be even deeper thinkers than she is. The whole comment about her buying a plane was ridiculous. She's absolutely delusional. Sorry for so many comments. See? And another one. Will you stop apologising, people? No need to apologise. But this video was so frustration. The life coach says don't get hung up on goals because she never fulfills them. Amanda, I know, I don't want a plane. Does she think she's in the private jet league now? Mulva, so she can't sit next to John at the pool for deep conversations. Is there an umbrella shortage in Wilmington? Exactly when she said he won't be sitting under an umbrella. I thought the umbrella would be over the one chair. How big is the umbrella? Hannah, why did she do all these procedures in the summer? Stupid, basically. Mulva, Jules, I like the jazzy music at the end of the video. And your necklace is lovely. Thank you. Jed got me that for our anniversary. I just found that and I thought, oh, that's perfect. Mulva, I just paid $6.25 per gallon of gas. And this tone-deaf moron brags she doesn't know the price of gas. One of these days, her pink bubble is going to pop. She'll know the price of gas when that happens. Panda, Lisa said that to elevate herself when in reality she barely drives. She's fully aware of the price of gas. She likes to twist the knife for narcissistic supply. But then she doesn't read anything we say, does she? Deborah, wow, Lisa, read the effing room. Ada, it was so nice to see your gran and you as a child. You were such a cutie. Thank you, Ada. Leaving her dog in the hotel. I couldn't do that as my dog would be so upset and bark. Dogs like a routine and their home. That's cruel. Taking the dog on the plane and then leaving her in a hotel room. She just wants her as a fucking accessory, like we always said. She'll get over her soon enough, Ada. She won't be taking her anywhere. Deborah, I hate when she uses that condescending tone. Linda, this may be another video to go in that saved vault where the nose rant video still lives on, just the thought. The rest of you can ignore the following. Lisa, since you read here, the number on the thermostat is not the real number to be concerned with. I'm betting you have a heat pump system in that house. They run on a 2-stage fan system and you have your temperature setting and you have your humidity setting. In the summer you aim for around 40% humidity and the dry air will feel cooler. In the winter you aim for 50% and the air will feel warmer. The system will run on a low fan speed to pull the humidity in the summer, costing you less. Also, you live in a new house and I would bet they have thicker insulation. Live in an old drafty clapboard house on a hill in New England on 10 acres, nothing around you, and you would be rethinking that 72-degree setting. New house, more insulation, large overhangs, e-glass windows, all make it a bit cheaper and certainly easier to retain your heated or cooled air. You also sit close to other houses, less wind, less sun hitting your house on all 4 sides. Do you think she'll take that in, Linda? I doubt it very much. With it being on here, it's saved. The other ones are on that because I wasn't doing videos and I used to tuck them away just in case they disappeared. But saying that now, I'll lose my channel and they'll all go, won't they? Lily, people need to get out of bed more and move a bit. Are you telling Lardy or me, Lily? Shelley, 3619. She is not getting any free exchange from the med spa for promotion.
Promoting procedures that could be dangerous and complicated and expensive.
Exactly. Had they been paying her, it would have been a whole different story, wouldn't it? Lots Insta Lots of Instagram and YouTubers do the med spa and get it for free by showing a video and saying the name of the place they had it done. They obviously didn't offer that to her. She would be better off to go on and get a facelift, which I believe she already had a lower neck lift. Panda. In previous videos she claimed procedures were performed in a derm office. I believe she went to a few med spas too. The treatment seemed overly aggressive for a dermatologist practice. All the filler would have been dissolved before a facelift. I don't think she can handle it. I wonder how much she has. Shelley, 43.31. That's where it all really started for her last trip. That's where it all really started. Her last trip, last fall, with all those younger women.
Oh my goodness, you guys. This is deep. This could make the whole video. Comparison is instinctual.
If she stays in her bubble, she will always be top dog, but when she goes out in the world, there is always someone younger and prettier. She's a walking contradiction. She tries so hard to project her perfect life, but if it was really perfect, she wouldn't have the need to go on YouTube and try and convince herself and everyone else. Well said, even though I did butcher reading it. Amanda, well, wasn't this comedy gold? I don't know what everyone else thinks, but she's escalating with her crazy rationalism extremes and saying she's happy every 5 minutes when she seems far from it. I would say heading for some kind of crisis. She cracks me up with the bragging. Even her hands are better than other people's, in her opinion. Her hands are not attractive, and those giant upturned fake nails make them look even worse. Actually, the chemical peel is probably why she said she won't be about for 2 weeks. Yes. Your body knows when you've been hurt. No kidding. I reckon all of this was brought on by the impending beach holiday. Why didn't she just get these treatments in the fall and winter? That's what they always suggest. Unhuman. She loves English so much but has no basic correct vocabulary. People have said things about her skin. Actually, in your comments here, I've seen people say she looks like a rotisserie chicken. That's what you were talking about, the unhuman thing. Sorry, yeah. Sometimes my head just switches off. Jackie, you couldn't write this woman. She's comedy gold. Light bulb moments. Glowing and dimming all day long. Linda lol, I love this comment. Glowing and dimming. Perfect. Yes, Lisa, if you were in a grocery store hawking your bullshit to the crowd, I would tell you that. Get your mug off the internet if you don't like opinions. I wouldn't like it, so I don't do it. Surely you know yourself by now. Big hot shit self-development lady. She's not mentally well. I'm dead serious. Holy shit. I've been saying that since the start. Sandra Halleck, 4128 to 41.
Than me. And one of the big, I think, romantic, loving, rewarding things within a relationship is growing old together. And he does not care.
Too bad you will grow old together without true companionship. She acts like her marriage and life is so perfect, but it's so obvious the only constant positive attention she's ever received was from her parents and never been about to make any real connections with people in life. Empty, always looking to fill a void, but so rich. So true. Sassy Banjo, it cracks me up that Lisa thinks scarcity means being scared. Is that what she was saying? Sometimes I just zone out and I don't listen. Is that what that whole scarcity mindset was about? Brooke, tan is sun damage. Sunburn is sun damage. Sunspots are sun damage. 2 of my relatives died of melanoma. I'm sorry to hear that. In the 1980s and 90s. Neither ever wore sunscreen. I enjoy Korean and Japanese sunscreens. Japanese sunscreen especially feels like water on your skin. If Lisa starts talking about Japanese sunscreen, she definitely got it from here. Carolina 11333. Wow, those are some big words.
I didn't believe it, but even if he does, at this point in my life, I know I can take care of myself and I can be alone.
Is she really ready to leave her bank account, John, since she's financially independent? Finally financially independent. Yeah, she'd be financially independent for 5 minutes, wouldn't she, Carolina? And then she'd be like, oh shit, I'm in debt again. Jane, what age is she? 4? The jabs aren't working. Bonnie, lol, she so enjoys being sick. I don't remember her talking about her gallbladder. Everything else, though. There will be no admission on her part, but no doubt it's from her weight loss med. Exactly. She thinks we're stupid. Jane, I had my gallbladder removed on Saturday. I met my surgeon at a funeral on Tuesday. Fact. You really, this Saturday? I thought you were going to say you had your removed on a Saturday and you were out of hospital that night. I met my surgeon at a funeral on Tuesday. I hope you're recovering well, Jane. Bonnie, hope you're feeling better now. I bet you'll fucking do the diet better than Lardass will. James, 3438 to 3449.
In your retin-A at least 1 week before you get things done. Then you get the procedure done. Then you have to wait until that heals. So that's no retin-A, no antioxidants, exfoliant.
I just want everyone to know that I've been watching this video for 3 days because she's so triggering right now. I cannot fathom why or how she finds these videos to be helpful and useful, and I cannot fathom how there is not one family member or friend or neighbour or delivery driver that is not guiding her to the nearest psychiatric facility. She's annoying the living crap out of me. It's really sad to see how obsessed she is with skincare, all because of a visit with some young women, wherever the hell that was. Austin, Texas, James. And you don't have to watch it, really. Stop putting yourself through the pain. Bonnie, didn't she buy a fancy leather planner a while back? Exactly. And then she was making her own before that in the other house, buying fucking leather and cutting it up and doing all sorts of shite. She goes through these phases. Mystical Fairy says, I'm sure she did. Yeah, it cost a fortune as well. No, it didn't, actually. I looked it up, didn't I? And it wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. James, 3522, 3539.
You don't want to have to do that all the time. And a lot of people are they are into their spray tans. They can't imagine going without them. So keep that in mind. Okay, this is a big one, and this is what gave me a little bit of anxiety.
I'm sorry, but I just need to ask everyone, did anyone ask her, and is that why she's doing this video? Is she answering a direct question? I know the answer is now or no. So why? I know the answer is no. So why is she telling us this shit? Doesn't she think if someone's going to do something detrimental to their skin, they're going to seek advice of a professional to do their own research? I don't think people are going to her channel to get sound advice. I would fucking hope not, James. Bonnie, the dollar stores have changed their prices. Everything starts at $1.25 all the way up to $5. Not quite the bargain shop that it used to be. Oh yeah, I forgot that. So now we don't know how much she spent on all that shit. Mystical Fairies, our $2 shops start at $2.50 and go up to $10 now. Everything is going up in price. Wow. Bonnie, it's ridiculous how everything has gone up in price. Mystical Fairies, isn't it though? It's like you can't call yourself a pound shop if you're not a pound shop. That's false advertising. I'd go in and say, no, it says over the door, pound shop. Therefore, no, I wouldn't. Be fun to though, wouldn't it? Jane, To the commenter regarding Alexandra Rodriguez, I have been working toward having her cancelled for years. I have taken a back seat because I could no longer cope with the child abuse. I only watched through reaction channels. I've made some great friends through the reaction channels and I'm still in contact with them. Everything you said was spot on about that monster. I'm Jane. You may have seen me in comments on reaction channels. Thank you, Jane. I just didn't want to give your name if you didn't want your name given. Mystical Fairies. Hi Jane, I too watch the reaction channels to AR, but also had to take a break. Haven't seen them for a few months now. Do you happen to know what happened to Priscilla's channel? I liked watching her reactions, they were hilarious. MJ says, beautiful Jane. MJ, I can't stand Alexandra Rodriguez. Nothing against obese people, but she clearly lies about her size and much more other things. I can go on and on, but I come to relax with you, Jules. Oh, I'm glad I'm relaxing, MJ. Ooh, I've done that twice. I've got money going round my head. Jane, Jules, the inability to find things is definitely a male thing. They have a built-in ability to find nothing because they don't want to, in my opinion. I think that's true. But that's all I have to say. Do you want me to look? I'll look again. But it's so annoying when you're saying, it's there, it's in that drawer, on that side, beside so-and-so. Nah, funny. Yeah, I'll ask Madam, can you get me something? Straight there, picks it up, comes back. Bonnie, I wonder how she can eat junk when she's just had her gallbladder out. Yeah. Mystical Fairies, I was thinking the same thing. Bonnie, you would think her stomach would be hypersensitive after the surgery. Mystical Fairies, you would think so. I thought she would have to be on a special diet. She does, but she's ignoring it. Like she does with everything fucking else. She's not listening. Stuck her fingers in her ears. She's going to do what she wants to do. Total narc. Bonnie, well, she really made a barn burner video this time. Jane, having the gallbladder removed doesn't guarantee pain-free. You can continue to have pain. I hope you don't, hon. Matt, she literally never graduated past the sticking and gluing table. No, she didn't. She won't get her t-shirt or her badge. Helen, Jules, migraine is still here. Fuck's sake. Week 4. Doc ordered me off work for a week to rest. Got some new migraine meds, so fingers crossed. Oh, I'm glad your doctor's finally woken up. Is it one of them awful, god-awful fibro headaches? I fucking hate them. I hope the new meds work, Helen. Let us know how you get on. Mystical Fairy, sending healing hugs. Hope the meds work. Wanda, oh, I just saw this. I feel so bad for you. I have them too. I so hope this new med works for you. Boop. MM, oh my god, that sounds like hell. I hope you feel better soon. LaDonna, I think she's running out of money and John is telling her to stop. Panda, she projects ultra wealthy, then says, I'm not going to New York, so that's how I justify the cost of procedures. So she's just outed herself as not wealthy. Exactly, otherwise she'd be able to afford everything. Sinster, ha ha ha. Jules, when you said in regards to one of Lisa's commentators you'd get better advice on budgeting from a homeless person in the street, I almost died laughing. But that's the thing, at least a homeless person would be able to tell you what they did wrong. They'd be saying, like, don't do this, I did that, and that's how I lost my home. Lisa, clueless. I can, that was really witty. Thank you. Moon Fairy, is she getting ready for kindergarten? I think she might be. Mystical Fairies is laughing. Zoom! This woman is a legend in her own mind. Watching her videos is a lesson in grandiose narcissism. All she did was brag on herself the entire time. It's amazing how they turn everything around to be about them. Moon Fairy, I watch because I want you to get the views, but I must admit she's nauseating. Thank you so much, Moon Fairy. You don't have to do that. Tracy, what was the point of any of this? What a load of crap. And you're right, Jules. She's as noisy as fuck, isn't she though? Eating prime rib from Costco is a luxury to me. Costco is where all the rich and classy people shop. Melanie, I'm late to this video. Lisa, hate to tell you, but at the end of the day, nobody actually gives a fuck about you. Bonnie, I didn't realise that Cynthia still had a channel. She was so strange. Oh, she still is. She's even stranger now. She calls herself, what is it? She has a... Oh, head work. Fuck's sake. She has an alter ego. Candy something. I can't fucking remember now. And she deep throats lollipops and rubs them off her teeth. It's all just very weird. While she has cockroaches running around her neck. She needs fucking psychiatric help. Big time. Carolina, 1854. Why she feels so attacked. She sounds like a witch.
SPF. I am not saying that I'm not going to wear SPF. I'm just saying what I said. That I don't like slathering it from fingertips to the toes every day. And you might think, well, why are you doing that? It's because I've been having all these procedures done.
You see the real Lisa there, don't you? But I agree with her on vitamin D. The natural is the best. Just be aware how much time you can spend in the sun because your skin starts to burn. 2136. I knew she's not going to make it and start burning her skin again. Yeah, we said it, didn't we?
I cannot care and let that get a little bit tan again with a normal light amount of sun exposure in the morning.
This woman has no discipline at all. All this video is preparing her viewers on the next journey, the beach day. Bonnie, do you think Blondie will go back to using her bargee? I think she might, you know. Because she thinks that high strength, constant fucking flaking of her skin is the only way that she's going to have good texture. And won't age, apparently. Panda, Lisa created a sub Richard Henson 8 to respond to comments obviously ran through AI, but it's her. The I'm done with all video has numerous replies from Richard. Does she not realise that people will, like, well, you've noticed it, that people will think, who the fuck is Richard? I can. Are those fools ready to lose subs? What is the point of posting? We already know they have bot subs. Their channels will be wiped out with all this AI. Karma for thinking they're too big for their britches, perhaps. They are but hurt that they have to work harder, but it was never a real job. A UK channel just sprung that AI on her audience in the comments a while back with no explanation. It was so obvious and people left. Her views are really down. Of course, Dunce is copying her, but being more honest by letting us know in advance it's not really her, if you can imagine. Listen, I'm being suggested all kinds of more authentic, for my purpose, channels. They all sound like a tacky infomercial MLM cult. Good luck, ladies. I see so many of them scrambling. One lady that did makeup for a few years switched to home and gardening and is now back to makeup. Lots of second-hand embarrassment towards some of them. All they care about is the shill. No thanks, laugh my arse off, and I've never used their links. They have gullible sheep subs that are able to hypnotise. It's sad. Dunce is still waving her magic wand over the village idiots, telling them how much she loves women. My husband will much prefer I read a book, etc., and makes his own jokes off what I tell him, and they're often funny. AI, gotta love it. Panda, it's important to be authentic. It's an obnoxiously obvious ploy to bump engagement. And they'll get away with it, because they always fucking do. Bonnie, I couldn't believe that Lisa said that her skin would be fine because she was on the carnivore diet. Does she really believe that? I think she does, sadly. Carolina, not to brag, ladies, but her backyard and her house is super small. So their backyard, that's all they have. Because that's another house there or a garage. This is what they've got, this tiny little bit here. Hello. Hang on a minute, let me press the right button. And we're back. That was just Madden. Right, where are we? Carolina, 3528. Not to brag, ladies, but her backyard and her house is super small. We just saw the clip, didn't we? So their backyard, that's all they have. Because that's another house there or a garage. For such a successful and famous identity she projects herself, this is just sad. For someone who flies first class, this is tiny. Fly coach with my kids and we have twice as big a house as she does. Her last few videos are just sad. Either she regrets or have it all. Contradiction after contradiction. Panda. Lisa has always been envious of the younger influencers' wealth and huge houses. She had a video about it and how she loved her house. 2 weeks later she was house hunting. First class flights to New York are cheap, $300 to $400. It's nice to fly first class on long flights like West Virginia? West something? I'm just guessing now, to Costa Rica. I guess she likes to reiterate first class as an ego boost, when in reality it's a puddle jumper flight. Puddle jumper, I like that. Bonnie, oh, you're so cute in the picture. Thank you. MJ, 10128, what a beautiful picture. I love that, me and Sheba. My guard dog. Thank you. I'm lucky any of these survived, to be honest. And I bet you a fiver it was my gran who took them. Gigi, Jules, I look forward to your videos to give me the laughter I so need these days. And I'm so grateful for you. God bless. God bless you too, Gigi. And I hope I help a little bit. Jules, you played the accordion. I played mine for 12 years. Played competitively, but I didn't truly enjoy it. No, I never played the accordion. It was my uncles that played. I played clarinet and saxophone because my dad's a jazz musician. Even though I didn't know it, I came home from school with a clarinet. My mum nearly passed out because we'd never even mentioned him. Anywho, I don't know if you're into listening to the accordion anymore, but on my other channel I've got I can't talk and type. I've got a play list with my uncle on. My Uncle Joe, he did a thing. What did he do? A CD with his friend. There we go. And can't beat a good jig. I'm sorry, it gets you all skippity hoppity, doesn't it? But if anybody likes Irish music and they like the banjo, I think he was playing, his friend, and the accordion, you can find it here. So I'll put, is that the right comment? Nope, the other one. But yeah, sadly he's passed now, my Uncle Joe. He was one of the true lights in my life. I love that man. Mystical Fairies. I remember when I was in primary school, you could get scratch and sniff stickers. My favourite was the popcorn scented Snickers. Snickers? Stickers. I'm thinking of food now. Mystical Fairies, thanks for the video. You're very welcome, honey. Melanie, are her minions actually going to be okay with this idiot saying she doesn't care how much gas or electricity costs? Her rich enough attitude is disgusting, offensive, narrow-minded and cold. Even if someone is lucky enough to be in that position, they have enough common sense not to say it out loud, knowing it would be offensive to the majority of people. But that just proves what she's like, truly like. She doesn't care. I hate all of Lisa's videos, but this me, myself and I videos are the worst. Something must have triggered her into a narcissistic rage, and now we all have to listen to her convince us of her superiority and worth. You don't have to reassure us of your grandiosity, Lisa. We know you're a sick narc. At 12:10, I always love a diagram sentence. I don't.
I always love diagram sentences. They're going to be many like diagram sentences and shoot offs and everything.
But it's not what. Anyway, I can't cope with that stupid woman. There's no such thing as a diagram sentence, dimwit. You can diagram a sentence or look at a sentence diagram. Then she proudly follows up with, I always loved English. Shoot me now. CS, I bet she's going to get her witch's nose fixed again. Be interesting, wouldn't it? I wonder if there'll be a rant after that one. Have you ever watched Green Acres? Oh my gosh, her name is Lisa also. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never seen it. It's another one that should be on the watch list. She's freaking cuckoo, and that's a polite way of putting it. Wonder, when Lisa's minions ask for her opinion on saving money and budgeting money, she should reply, marry a rich man. Oh man, I almost hate to watch this video. I commented so much. Well, hopefully the engagement helps. You can comment as much as you want, Rebecca, she wants people to think she's so rich, sad, so shallow. Yep. She sounds so angry. Who is she angry with? The world, Rebecca. Julie. Oh, hi, hon. Sorry I haven't watched many of your videos. Don't you apologise. But I've been so deep in my grief over the loss of my 25-year-old son 4.5 months ago. I just don't think I'll ever be the same again. You don't have to watch me. You don't have to comment, hon. Just know we're all here holding you up virtually and giving you a hug. It's going to take a long, long, long time to ever feel somewhat human again, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's a huge loss. You just look after yourself and do what you can to get through the days, and hopefully one day in the future you'll wake up and it won't be the first thought in your head. Just know we're praying for you. Melanie, oh my God, I'm dying. She doesn't burn because she's on carnivore. Rebecca, I wonder if her parents made her think money is the most important thing in life. What is she saying? What she's saying is, don't disagree with me in any way. It's not allowed. Exactly. Sheila, all those procedures to have perfect cartoon skin is going to give you downtime. So much for aging gracefully. She must have had rosacea and a lot of sun damage from prior sun worship. Her face makeup and body never seem to match. Her face is much lighter than her body. V-beam is touted as targeting the deeper layers and causing no damage to the surface of the skin. I call bull because it sure does look like it caused surface issues when dermatologists say not to damage your skin barrier. This is a level of vanity that doesn't provide comfort but steals your money. When you have a void, no amount of lasers, skincare, makeup or obsessing over every inch of your body will ever be enough to satisfy. What events does she go to for this level of obsession? Modelling, acting, public appearances? All these procedures and then links to skincare and makeup, and a lot of people that don't know she has been to the lab will mistakenly think those products will help when it really is procedures and more procedures and then skincare. When you get a facelift, I saw one on a documentary, they cut all the skin around your face and install barbed wire. What? And install barbed wire. It's disgusting. All these procedures have risks associated like infection. Doctors make mistakes. That's why they're medical malpractice lawyers. I just don't think I would be me. There it is. To proclaim being yourself amongst all the altering is just false. That's definitely put me off having a facelift, Sheila. Melanie, wow, this is one angry, crazed woman. I love how her true self and her true voice came out when she gets like this. I know. But her lot will be like, oh, someone tipped her over the edge. She's allowed to be angry. Devils! This woman has never grown up. It's scary how childish and ridiculous she is. Sat in front of a camera with her fake hair, her messed up body, tattoos that look revolting, showing us some planners that are made for 12-year-olds. What on earth do her mother and son think? I think they're just glad that she's off in her own little flat, in her own little world, just happy with her stickers, leaving them alone. Why is she opening every coloured pen she has bought to write something and then showing us? We can see the colour on the pen. And surprise, surprise, it's no different when you write with it. Lardy seems nearly as bored doing this video as we are watching it. Please find something a bit more interesting to waffle on about, lads. Think of poor Jules, who's looking lovely today. Oh, bless you. Thank you. She won't like that, Devils. I see her diet has gone. She's probably had to give up the jabs because they were killing her, so she's just gone back to normal. More sugar. In a couple of months' time, she'll be crying that she's gained weight again. I know. We'll have to put up with listening to it. It still makes me laugh when she says she's an esthetician. I just cannot see her squatting on a stool in front of a client. School. I just cannot see her squatting on a stool in front of a client, looking the way she does. It must terrify them. I would run a mile. Jules, sorry if that's a bit harsh, but please, you'd do the same, wouldn't you? Oh, I'd be right behind you, Devils. She wouldn't go anywhere near my face. I'd love to know what it is she's actually doing. She was looking for people, wasn't she? I think it was brows that she was doing. Doing brows. Cece, how old is this person? She looks so rough. I assume by the name it's a woman, but it looks like an old man. Everyone says she looks like an old man. She's 63, Cece, and she thinks she looks fucking amazing. She does. This is what 63 looks like. She thinks she's absolutely the dog's whatnots. Right. Is there anyone on the naughty step? Because I haven't looked in forever. Yeah, see? Whoops. Amanda, blow up doll. Hilarious when she's talking about John. How many times have I heard her say, you have to be careful what you wear around men, as you know what they're like, implying that if he sees her in a sexy revealing garment or undies, he'll try and have sex. And of course they don't have sex. He sleeps elsewhere, and I'd put money on the fact they haven't done the deed in years. But she loves and respects him and treats him like a king when pivoting. Excuse me, but how is sex more important to a man than a woman? Asking for a friend. Cece, oh my God, she threw John under the bus, saying he'd call her panicking when she watched the kids. Yeah, that was, I don't know why she said that. I mean, a lot of men would, first-time dads. They don't have a maternal instinct, do they? Atrophy, you dummy. Atrophy. When muscle shrinks because it's not being used. If you break a bone and wear a cast, when the cast comes off, the surrounding muscle will be smaller. Skin doesn't atrophy, muscle does. Skin loses elasticity as we age. It doesn't atrophy. Classy lady. She talks about her childhood a lot, way more than what is healthy. She has a way of putting other people down to make her feel better. She wants people to feel sorry for her all the time now. What is just roots? Cover in grey? People always say that they will only be friends or close to people that will bring them up. I hate that type of thinking. We do not live perfect lives, and people go through ups and downs. These type of people, like Lisa, just discards others. Wanda. She has this white mark on her arm shoulder area that was left after one of the laser things. She's brought it up a couple of times and shown it, but whatever it is, she's obsessing over it. Worried that it's scarred her or stripped her tan. I wouldn't have never noticed, but she sure has. But that big hole in her nose doesn't bother her at all. One of you'll make a comment on her video and tell her what those white spots are. She'll have a fucking meltdown. Another video will be out about the dangers of skincare, because we all know she can't do anything in moderation. She has to do it 1,000 miles an hour. I don't know why these were put on the naughty step. Very strange. Can we approve it, please? Oh, I could have done a thing and done them all at the same time. It's not letting me approve that one for some reason, but just know I did. And did anyone come in? They did. Patty cakes. All I hear is wah, 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 like an infant. She expected her skin to look as good as those other influencers, not expecting it to cost so much dollars or give her any downtime. I know, it's fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Right, we got to the end, folks. And if you got here with me, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next one.